Today, I'm going to rebuild a 0 overall team and turn them into NHL champions. May I introduce you to the Shanghai Dragons. Everybody say ni hao. The 33rd team in the NHL, an expansion from China. There were some difficulties, a bit of a language barrier during the expansion draft. They drafted absolute bums up and down the roster. Technically, we're not a 0 overall. Technically, we're 3 overall, but this team is bunts. It's not going to make a difference. Every single player on this squad is 40 overall, offense, defense, between the pipes. It's all the same. All of them are on the last year of their contract, and there's really nothing I can do this first season. We're just going to have to lose and suck. Let's see what our coach Earl Chang says. There's a lot of work to do before we can compete. It may take some time, but we'll get there. I agree, coach. No matter what, we're gonna have the worst record in the league. The only nightmare scenario would be if we don't get the first overall pick. We do have franchise potential Gavin McKenna in this draft. A great way to start a franchise. But of course, we're gonna need to win the lottery. Our first game, we lose 10-rip. The San Jose Sharks beat us 9-0. And then 11-0. It's going to be a long season for our boys. I'm curious to see how many goals we can score. We haven't scored any yet. I'm also curious to see how many goals we get scored on us. We do pot our first against Vancouver, though, in a 12-1 loss. I'll probably just let the simulation go and see you guys at the end of the season. Unless by some miracle we win a game, that would be kind of hype. I mean, we only lost by 5 to Seattle, so we're getting kind of close. We've got the last week of the season. We still have not won a single game. I think we just scored 2 goals for the first time against Montreal, though. That's pretty exciting. But we did go 82, or not 82-0, 0-82. We also went 5-1 against the Leafs, another 4-goal. I think those are the only 2 times we had a 4-goal differential. The most we ever got scored on was 19 by the Blues. And if we check our stats, Carter Souch led the way with points. He had 5 of them, a whopping minus 169. A tough look for our squad individually, but how many times did we get scored on throughout the season? We almost got scored on 900 times. We averaged 10.94 goals against per game. We had 10 goals for, all of them were on the power. Honestly, an electric power play. Before we continue to the second season of this rebuild, I have an opportunity for you, a one-time investment opportunity guaranteed to pay off tenfold. I want you to invest in FestiveFruits stock by going down and hitting that subscribe button. Redeem your founding status, become an early investor, subscribe to FestiveFruits. All we have left to do now is sim to the draft. If we do not win this lottery, that is a nightmare scenario. I will still get high draft picks for a couple of years, so we have a ton of chances to get a franchise player. But if we can't pick up Gavin McKenna here, that would be a nightmare scenario. Oh my God. Detroit goes from 10-1. Florida... How the hell did Florida get the 2nd overall pick? And we go from 1-3. Not only do we miss out on Gavin McKenna now, but we also miss out on Keaton Verhaef, who's an elite high. This is quite literally the worst thing that could have happened. Let's enter the draft, see who we're picking up 3rd overall. Wow. Missing out on 2 great prospects. I think my choice, well, that's what the scouts are saying. Either Maxim Ponikarovitsky or Ivar Stenberg. I don't really want to say Ponikarovitsky. I'm going to take Ivar Stenberg. Technically, he's lower rated, but he's also already got an X Factor confirmed. 77 overall, sniper, not bad. At least we have the first pick in the 2nd round, and I'm going to pick up a defenseman, Axel Axel Brongel Larson, top 60 high. Yikes. Next pick, I'm taking an easier name to say, Brady Smith. Again, not great. Man, this is a tough draft so far. 4th pick, Aiden O'Donnell, bottom 6. Oh, God. All these guys can still start on the team. I just don't know how well it's going to work out. Another bottom 6. I'm not getting any steals either. There's one, 56 overall, elite low in the 6th round. Needed that. My last pick in the draft is going to be another miss. Wow. That was brutal. I also did not pick up a goalie. I probably should have done that. I'm going to sign all the guys I just drafted, and then I'm not re-signing any of the players I had. I need a certain amount of players, like, just to progress. But if I don't sign anybody, it'll just do that for me. I'll let it pick for whoever. Technically, our AHL team had like 60 overalls, so I'm guessing it's going to sign the 60s to my team, but whatever happens, happens. I'll just let it ride. I don't know if I want anybody in free agency. I do have 97 mil in cap space, but I'm not sure if any of these contracts are going to be helpful unless I can pick up a goalie. Now, there's not really a point right now. I think I just got to sim through another season. Then I can start picking up some players in free agency, figuring a few things out. Here's what the AI signed and cooked up for me. We do have Stenberg on that first line, and we're not, you know, full of 40 overalls anymore. In fact, we don't even have anybody in the 50s, but this team still kind of sucks, but I don't know if we'll win a single game this year. We still should have the best odds on the #1 pick. I'm going to be pissed if we don't get the #1 pick. Earl Chang. I don't even need to talk to Earl Chang. I know we're not for the playoffs, all right? It's going to take a while. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're winning games. We beat the New York Islanders, and we beat the Seattle Kraken. And we've got some OT losses. Oh, my God. We're making progress. The Shanghai Dragons, in their second season, they didn't just double their wins. It's an unquantifiable amount of increase. Incalculable growth to the Dragons this season. We won 11 games, scored over a goal per game, and only got scored on 4.3 times per game. Ivar Stenberg had a monster season, 44 points. It's not quite enough to get him Rookie of the Year, but honestly, for the team he was on, the players he was playing with, I'd give him that damn award. But it is the moment of truth. Are we gonna get the first overall pick this time? Please, dear God. If we go back down to 3, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my fucking God. I'm not even getting overtaken. New York was 7th. LA was 10th. I'm not even gonna overtake him by the people right behind me. We miss out on another franchise potential player, but that's okay. I'm not mad. Another franchise and another elite high. Okay. Scouts are saying we either take Harry Welch or we take Mats Modine. I do think Harry Welch is the move. A playmaking center to put right next to my sniping wing, Stenberg. That's a very good sounding idea to me. We're building out our first line. I like that, an 80 overall elite medium. I like that pick, but our depth drafting really needs to be a lot better this time around. And I see a potential gem. Miska Liljeberg. Miska. God damn it. Right now, I'm going to go for Miroslav Vanik, who, damn, I got to just stop going by potential. This is not working out for me. 4th round, we do pick up an elite low. That's not terrible. Time to pick up Cam Rupert, and he's starter medium. If he does develop, it's going to be like 5 years before he plays an NHL game. That's tough. 7th low. Wow, this is... I'm not doing too hot in the drafts. All right. I think... we've got at least one more season as the worst team in the league. Hopefully we can snag that first overall pick. Still not really anything to do in re-signing, just bringing my guys on. But, whoa. Cale Makar for 7 years at almost 19 million. He's super interested. He wants to come to Shanghai. He's 28 years old. What type of timeline does that put me on? I mean, this is the kind of deal that can really blow up in your face. I'm going to take the clause off and then send it straight up. Wow. Cale Makar says yes right away. I did not think he would just agree to that straight up right away, but I'll take it. If we can get this team into some sort of shape pretty quickly, that'd be a very nice deal for us. But if we can't, I can just trade them if it doesn't work out. I don't think I'm going to start signing vets and depth pieces yet. I think it's still in my best interest to have a pretty bummy team, aside from, I guess, Cale Makar now. Now that we've got some actual hockey players on this team, I'm going to make Cale Makar my captain. Stenberg is going to be an alternate, and Welch is going to be an alternate. Hopefully, they'll be around for a while. I really do believe in Cale Makar on this squad. I think we can get it turned around pretty quick here. It'd be a lot easier, though, if I had 2 first. Then I would have had 2 more franchise players. We'd be in a different position, and I'd be a lot more happy. But I'm still happy. The lines are slowly getting better. This first line, I mean, this could be a bona What the fuck? This could be a bona fide fourth line on some teams. On defense, of course, we've got the GOAT, Cale Makar. Outside of that, we're still probably not going to see very many wins this year. Although I'm sure with Cale Makar on our squad now. I mean, we hit 10 or 11 last year, maybe 15, 20 this year. We've got about 10 games left in the season, and we've won 25. I honestly thought I was being a little bit overzealous when I said we could win 15 to 20 games, but we won 27. Somehow Cale Makar balls out on this squad. 80 points from him, 71 from Stenberg. I'm actually very happy with him right now. 57 from Welch. Is that enough for a Calder? He did lead all rookies in points, and he had 28 goals. Led rookies in goals too. Wow. I mean, we got some dogs on this squad. Yeah, we're still getting our ass beat, but 27 wins with this squad. When we put some real hockey players in the depth and get some progression going, this might be a quicker rebuild than I thought it would. Moment of truth though, can we pick up the #1 overall pick? It's not a franchise player anymore. It's just an elite high, but I would still much rather have an elite high than an elite medium. Please give me the first overall pick. I'm begging you. This has to be some type of joke. We go from first to third for the third time in a row. This is a joke. Maddox Schultz and Cullimore go off the board already, leaving us with the third pick. And I have a little bit of a plan here. I could just take one of these next three guys. All of them are scout recommended, but we look down here at Liam Pui. I think that's pronounced Pui. He is a gem. 6'5", already has 3 abilities. I feel like this guy might be a dog. And if we can trade down a couple of picks, get some other assets, that might be the move. How many picks do I trade down though? I might go down to 5. I don't really want to risk it. I'm going to go down to 5. Down 2 picks. Let's see what we can squeeze out of this. I haven't really picked up any prominent defensemen, and Dmitry Simashev is 6'5", defensive defenseman on the left side. He could lock it down for Cale Makar. If this goes straight up, it's not going to go straight up. If I add a couple of picks in here, I feel like this could go. They're saying it's a bit low with the 7th in there. Let's put the 6th in there as well. And that's a done deal. I think that's pretty good value, especially if Pui turns out to be a dog. He's an 81 overall sniper. I think that's going to be an absolute steal at 5th overall. I've got a lot of confidence in that kid. I would like to draft a goalie soon, but that's going to have to wait. 34th overall, Reese Fletcher. A pluses in everything. They say he's NHL ready. He's already got blue rocket. This guy might be a dog. 81 overall, top 6. Wow, that's a good pick. This is a good draft. Next, Timu Helminen. Elite medium goalie, 59 overall. It might be a few seasons, but he could be our guy. Elite medium is very good. Just in case though, I'm going to double down on goalies. Not as good of a pick. Higher overall. Probably not going to work out. Next round though, I have a super interesting pick. I'm very interested to see on who this is. Tony Taivanen. There's a slim chance he's franchise low. They say he's 5 years out, so even if he is franchise low, he's not really going to help us out a ton right now, but he will have trade value. I feel like he should be at least elite. He is elite. Elite low, 48 overall. He might not even have that much trade value, but maybe in the future he'll be worth something. And then those were our last picks because we traded our 6th and 7th away. A very good draft. I'm very happy with that. I think things are finally turning around for the better. Again, nothing crazy happening and re-signing. Free agency, I don't know if I'm really going to hit this. Probably not. I think I'll probably just let it ride. Actually, let me get Hoglander in here. These are the lines I'm rocking with. Ivar Stenberg is an 88 elite high now. They want to put Fletcher on the first line, and it has more chemistry, so I guess I'll just go for it. Welch did not end up winning the Calder, though. And I've got Liam Pui over here on the right. On defense, everything basically the same, except we've got Dmitry as Cale Makar's little buddy. Hopefully they develop some nice, good chemistry. I will say it is re-signing time for Stenberg. He doesn't want to come back, and he's asking for $15 million. That's a lot of money. If he can turn into a dog, I'm fine paying it. But honestly, he might get shipped out. I think we can bring this down a lot. It says he's still interested if I bring it down to 13 million and have a no movement clause on the end of it. This would bring him up to when he's 25 years old. I think we can win a cup in the next 5 years. 13 mil though. That's a lot of money. I'm gonna run with it. 88 overall, elite high potential at only 20. He's definitely got a future. He's gonna turn into a dog. But if he don't turn into a dog, we've got 20 plus in Cale Makar, and then we've got 15 or 13 in him. That's a lot of money tied up in 2 players. We're encroaching the trade deadline in the 2028 season, and we've got a real shot at 30 wins here. I think we still should be the worst team in the league, meaning we should have the odds at the #1 pick again. But we actually, no, we're not. We're not even the worst in our division anymore. I don't know if we'll ever have the best odds at the #1 again. I mean, hell, maybe that helps us get the #1 pick if we don't have the best odds, because I had the best odds 3 years in a row and I didn't get it. So hopefully the pendulum swings the other way and we get a really good pick in the draft, but I don't think it really matters. I've been super happy with our picks of recent. I'm just happy to start competing for some wins, maybe make the playoffs in a season or 2, and then hopefully a championship. For the first time this video, we are not the worst team in the league or even our division. We're second worst. We won 32 games, and we have a player over a point per game. 86 points from Cale Makar. A little bit of a drop-off from Stenberg, who asked for all that money and then comes out here and puts up 55 points. He was in the 70s last year. We had 40. Fletcher had 48. Not too hyped or excited about that, but 34 goals from Reese Fletcher from a rookie. That's very impressive. Let's see. Please. This might be my last really good chance at getting the first overall pick. I would love to get it. We have the 4th best odds, and we stay with the 4th. So when I get the first, I go down to the 3rd. Los Angeles had the first, and when they went down to the 3rd. What the hell is this? Some kind of fucking joke. Whatever. I don't get it. I don't care. It is the way it is. I might run the exact same strat again at 8th. The 8th ranked player is Oliver Thomastick, who's got a ton of abilities. He's not going to have these abilities in actuality. There's no way he has blue elite edges, blue quick release, and 1T. But he should have something. And he's got a bunch of good stats. He's got a lot of weaknesses, but he's NHL ready, similar style Patrick Kane. And trading down gets me more players. So I'm trading down to the 7th overall pick. Oh shit, I took too long. Well, never mind. Cancel that plan. I took too long. It simulated, gave me Vorobev, 81 overall sniper elite medium. That's a good player. In the 2nd round, I'm taking Matthew Bolt. Oh, it's not a great pick. We're just gonna have to let it ride. Another elite medium goalie. I'm really swinging too much on goalies here. I should probably just let him develop or trade for somebody. Honestly, that was just an ugly draft. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna show. Another ref one, but I think we're treading, not playoffs, but we're at least treading competitiveness. We're treading 500 in the next season or 2. Still rather uneventful in re-signings. I do think if someone's available, I'm willing to spend a bag in free agency again. We only have Eklund here. Who is he restricted? He is. Do want to take up some veterans though, and it's always nice having a guy to take face-offs. So Trocheck, we can bring this down to 4,250. I'll be happy to let you on a squad. Mantha, you can find your way on a little scrummy depth line as well. Victor Hedman, why not? Come in here and teach him a thing or two. I got the money. Lastly, give me Nazem Kadri for 2 years. Sure, why not? Let me throw together a nice little vet line. I think our forward lines are starting to take some sort of cohesion. We've got Stenberg, Welch, and Pui on that first line. Honestly, I don't really like it. Pui and Stenberg are both snipers, but I've got just so many snipers on this lineup right now. I don't like having a bunch of the same archetype on the same line, but if results, you know, if I get good results, that rules supreme above all. If you win, you win. Second line, Fletcher, Vorobev, and Vasil, whatever. These are all some young guys. This could be a good second line in the future. And then we've got our veteran third line, Anthony Mantha, Vincent Trocheck, Nazem Kadri, rounding it out so with some more depth pieces and a young guy in the fourth. On defense, we still are really struggling here. I really ignored taking a defender with a top pick because I picked up Cale Makar, but I've also kind of ignored it. Fuck! I've also kind of ignored taking a defender with any of my picks, so I might just have to fill this out with free agent signings. In between the pipes, we're just waiting on progression. I think we've got good things coming. 19 overall. Randy Doney is moving up. He's a 70 right now. 21 overall. Cam Rupert, 21 years old, 69. I gotta stop talking. Well, let's just run the season. Team is still pretty bad. With 30 games this season, but that does give me another chance at the first overall pick because we are worst in the league again. Cale Makar had 94 points this time. Stenberg had 62. Welch had 58. Victor Hedman had 54. Kadri 51. Not a bad season. I don't hate it from the fellas. Hopefully we can pick up. I haven't checked out the draft yet. Maybe this franchise guy. Maybe we get the first overall pick. Maybe things really start turning around this season. Yes! Yes! God damn it, yes! Is there a franchise guy? Oh! I don't even have the scouting report. I don't even know who Artem Sokolov. He played for EA Sports. He didn't even play for a team. First overall pick. I didn't even get an elite high. I might just take Sokolov. I kind of need a two-way forward anyways. When there's no franchise player, we snag the first overall pick. Technically Haynes from America. Nicholas Haynes is up here, but what do you know about Artem Sokolov? Okay, he played in a Russian league. I don't know what flag that is. They're saying his team not applicable, or is he from Russia? No, he played in Russia. I don't know. What flag is that? Is that the Russian flag? No, right? Either way, we're taking him. We could use some two-way forwards, but he's a playmaker. 82 overall still is pretty good. Our other option was an 81 overall. That's not the guy that was first off the board. Haynes was also 82 sniper. A kind of a weaker class. Maybe it's deeper, but the top end talent was not there when we needed it. That's okay. I'm just glad that I got to pick first overall one time. This draft was looking pretty tragic, but elite low in the 5th round, 57 overall. That's not bad. Don't really have anything exciting going on in re-signings, except for Dmitry Simishev wants $7 million, 25 years old, 83 overall. I'm going to ship him out. First, I'm going to re-sign him, though. I'm going to do off-season. I'll see you guys again after that when I'm shipping this guy out. It's been a minute and a half since I last checked in and said anything. I said I was going to come back when I had that trade dialed in. I did the trade. This is what it was. But free agency was nuts. I made a lot of moves. We should at least be in the playoffs now. We could honestly be contenders. Check out who I picked up. First on offense, William Eklund for 7 years, almost 14 million. He wanted a no move clause, but I could just take it up. So if things don't work out, if money's not working, if I need to re-sign other players, I can just deal them away. Then on defense, Charlie McAvoy. Same thing. He wanted the no move clause. I just took it off. He still said yes. $10 million for 4 years. I also picked up a little bit of depth with Max Domi, but what I don't have right now is a goalie. I need to get a goalie. We do have we just have a lot of potential, a lot of young guys. So I was kind of hoping it would line up where we got someone who was at least a little bit startable that could play a bunch of games, and then we could just roll into our young guys. But I think I just have to pick up a goalie. That's okay. We've got a ton of high draft picks, a ton of development guys, a ton of prospects with a ton of value. It should be pretty easy to pick up a good young goalie right now. Honestly, Pradel from the Red Wings would work for now. He is simming very well. I might honestly just throw some picks at this. 4th and a 5th is way too low, but they're saying my value's greater. I do need to give them a goalie. I'll throw one of my prospects in there. I don't know why this would go through. It feels like that's so much in my favor, but I'll take it. Here's the lines I'm running with. On offense, we have pretty good depth, pretty good top-end talent. Eklund, Welch, Steinberg, Hui, Fletcher, and Sokolov. The vets have moved down to the 4th line, and we've got some. I also picked up Letrunu in free agency. He's next to Domi and Vorobiev. On defense, we still have some major issues. I could go into trades in the deadline and make this so it's not as horrible. This could stop us from making the playoffs, but we also have bad goaltending. I don't super think we're going to make the playoffs or that we're going to be contenders this year. We should be the best we've ever been. There still are a ton of holes in the squad, but I have no qualms with the moves I've made because there's no locked in money. There's no money trapped anywhere. And all these players just have a ton of trade value now. Despite some major holes in this roster, we are still playing very well. 21-9-6, now 21-9-7. We should make the playoffs. I'm just debating whether or not I should enter the trade deadline and trade for a defenseman. We're the best in our division. I mean, we can definitely be contenders this season. And I did just go into contracts, re-sign some players. We can run back this same squad pretty much next season, losing a couple of vets, but getting a couple more young guys in there. I think it might be in our best interest to hit the trade deadline, maybe trade away our first rounder and try and win this season. We've got the trade deadline right here. We're dropping a little bit. I think there's no time like the present. We might as well go in, try and pick up a defenseman with maybe 2 years left and let it ride. Can't go for anyone too expensive though. I don't think there's a big move that I can make to get another great defenseman. I think I'm just gonna have to go for minor increases. First, I'm gonna do a 6th and 7th in next year's draft for Tyler Kleven. Next, give me Nolan Allen for 2 5ths. It's minor adjustments, but I'm pretty happy with it. This is how we're lining it up. We got a lot of defensive defensemen in here now. Hopefully that shores some things up. Nothing left to do now but let the rest of the season ride. We should be playoff bound. We're down in our division by 1. Not leading it by 1. Not out of the playoff picture, but not leading it by 1 point. So hopefully we can finish strong. We had a pretty tough skid to end the season. We only came away with 40 games, but we did make the playoffs. A lot of that thanks to the efforts of Makar, Pui, and the new guy, Eklund. Fletcher has just been an absolute pure goal scorer his entire career. 34 goals, 27 goals, 40. I mean, never even 20 assists. This guy just scores. In round 1, William Eklund has a rematch, a revenge match against his former team, the San Jose Sharks, the team who would not pay him what he's worth. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose in overtime. We've got the edge on San Jose. If we win these next 2 games, the series is over. We win Game 1 and Game 2. That's a 4-1 victory, a gentleman's sweep. The Shanghai Dragons might just be built for the playoffs. Ni hao, America and Canada. Make way for Shanghai. I just simmed. Whoa. Usually when a new round starts, you press stop simulation. I just said continue sim. Okay, well, maybe we're not built for the play. We're down 3-1. Are we down 3-1 right now? We're down 3-2. We've won 2 games. We need to win both these next 2 games. Game 6. Let's do this period by period. First period, Winnipeg goes up 1-0. Second period, we've got a little bit of fight from Welch, but they're keeping us down 1. Third period, all tied up. Hell no, I'm not watching in. We trust the sim. Bang! Vincent Trocheck off the 4th line. Game winner. Take this bitch to 7. Game 7. In Shanghai, a long road trip to stay in a hotel for the Winnipeg Jets. Back home, ni hao to the Dragons. Let's win this game. Period number 1, up 1-0. Vorobev. Period number 2, tied 1-1 off of Perfetti. Period 3, huge period from Domi and Pui. The Shanghai Dragons take it home in 7 and are headed to the conference finals, where they will face, give it a second, the Utah Mammoth. We do have home ice advantage against them. These 2 first games are happening in Shanghai. We win 1, lose the 1, and then win game 3. Up 2-1, same deal. You've heard this before. If we win the next 2, the series is over, but we split them. We're up 3-2. We just have to win one of the next 2 games. I'm simming to 7. I think we can take it in 6, and we do. The Shanghai Dragons have gone from a 0 overall team and are now in the Stanley Cup. I did it again. Now in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Philadelphia Flyers, who have already won a championship, but who is on this Philly team? Oh my, they've got a squad. Konechny, Zegras, and Michkov. They did win before. I'm assuming Michkov did not get the Conn Smythe. It went to Konechny, the elder, the 34-year-old. Second line, they've got Ehlers, Martoni. The depth is not terrific, but it's just solid all around. On defense, we've definitely got the edge. Their highest rated defenseman is Juggernaut, and he's on the 3rd pairing for some reason. Between the pipes, they have a dirty pairing. Igor Zavagin, 90 overall goaltender for the Flyers. backed up by Stuart Skinner. I doubt he's going to see the ice, though. This will be a good clash between two good teams. Cale Makar is having a dominant run leading the way for our squad. 30 points in 20 games plus 19, followed up by Pui and Fletcher. It's time for the championship. I already simulated in 3 games, and we're down 2-1. Now we're on the other side of the saying. If we lose these next 2 games, this series is over. We win one and lose one, 6-3 and then 7-1. We have to lock in against Philadelphia. Our backs are to a cliff. If we fall down, it's over. We're cooked. But in game 6, Domi comes up huge again, and we hang on to the lead off a goal from Cale Makar to officially drag this series to 7, just like we did against the Jets. 1 game left to decide them all. Shanghai versus Philadelphia. The Dragons versus the Flyers. Both are 15-9 in the playoffs. Both are 3-3 this round. Whoever wins, wins not only this game, but a Stanley Cup championship. Period number 1, it's tied 1-1. Grudinin and Steinberg. Period number 2, second period hat trick from Pui. Dragons up 4-1. I'm letting it play. Okay, see? Now see, Philadelphia scored 1 right away. Sokolov is saying you're not coming back. We've got a 3-goal lead and 11 minutes left. Ehlers puts him up within 2 again, and Mitch Cobb puts him within striking distance. It's a 1-goal game with 5 minutes left. Oh my God, it's tied up. You know, I said I was done stepping in and playing myself, but in my last rebuild, I stepped in. It wasn't even like a game 7. I stepped in and I lost. I need redemption, and there's no way I'm letting these damn Flyers mount this type of comeback. I've got 3 minutes. If I can't score it in regulation, I'll let the AI take over in overtime. Let me get the first line out, get Makar out here. Eklund busting it out up to Welch. Welch with a pass and a shot. Oh, rebound. Drop it, Eklund, oh my God. Great passing, great shot, great hustle, great effort. That might be the most awesome goal I've ever seen. That might be my favorite goal. That was so much better than like a backdoor tap in. Philadelphia is changing tendies. 10 seconds left. All I have to do is survive. Clevin over to Makar. Makar just dance, make the right pass. 2 seconds, 1 second. Fletcher scores with 0.6 left. Probably not seeing a comeback here from Philadelphia. As soon as the puck drops, the Shanghai Dragons are going to be Stanley Cup champs. A huge win for them. The handshakes are out. I think everybody knows who the Conn Smythe is going to. Of course, it had to go to Cale Makar. Obviously, Makar's got to be the one to lift the Stanley Cup. Wow. What a run. What a team. Honestly, a team built entirely off of draft picks and free agency pickups. Not really much coming from trades, a couple of depth guys. For the most part, it was just a team I drafted and a team I picked up in free agency. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have a good day, and goodbye.